Welcome to the Explainer. Tucked away on the slopes of the Acropolis in Athens is a neighborhood that really shouldn't exist. It feels just like a remote Greek island. We're talking whitewashed houses, winding alleys, the whole deal. And yet, it's hiding in plain sight, right in the heart of the city. So let's dive into this beautiful puzzle. It's called Anafiotika, and it's basically a living, breathing slice of the Cyclades Islands that's somehow just there, right in the middle of a huge, sprawling city.
And yeah, what you're seeing, it's real. Your eyes are not deceiving you. I mean, look at that. Postcard perfect, whitewashed houses, these narrow, winding alleys. You'd swear you were in Santorini, right? But nope, this isn't some famous island. This is a tiny, idyllic village hiding right under everyone's noses.
And that really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? How did this happen? You've got this super serene, quiet village that feels totally out of place in a bustling, modern capital. It's like this peaceful little labyrinth that's stuck in its own time bubble. It just makes you go, how on earth did this get here? Okay, to really get how different this place is, check this out. The little footpaths, they don't even have names. There are zero shops, no cafes, no souvenir stands, none of that. It's just a quiet residential community. It's a whole world away from the busy streets of Plaka, which is right below it. This place is all about peace, quiet, and these gorgeous blooming flowers. All right, to solve this mystery, we've got to jump in a time machine and go way back to the 1840s. Greece had just won its independence, and Athens was the brand new capital. The city was basically on the brink of this massive transformation. So you've got King Otto I, and he has these huge plans. He wants to transform Athens into a proper, modern European capital, with a big royal palace, grand public buildings, the whole shebang. But for a project that ambitious, you need the best of the best builders, and he knew exactly where to find them, on the Cyclades Islands, which were famous for their incredible masons and stoneworkers. And this is where our story really kicks off. A bunch of workers from the island of Anafi, they answered the king's call. But, once they got to Athens, they were hit with this massive wave of homesickness. So what they do? Something pretty incredible, actually. They decided to build a little piece of their island home right there in the city. And they named it Anafiotika, which literally means Little Anafi. Okay, but here's the really brilliant part. They couldn't just, grab some land and start building. So they found this super clever loophole in an old Ottoman law. Get this. The law said that if you could put up a building between sunset and sunrise, literally overnight, the property was legally yours. So these guys worked together all night long, building their homes so fast that by the time the authorities even noticed, it was a done deal. Way too late to stop them. Genius, right? But the story isn't all rosy. This neighborhood, which was born out of homesickness and built with this incredible speed, has pretty much always been under threat. All through the 1900s, chunks of Anafiotika were actually demolished to make way for archaeological digs. The government also started buying up houses, and the village just kept shrinking, down to a tiny fraction of what it once was. So, with that crazy history, what's it like to actually live in Anafiotika today? Well, for starters, there are only about 45 of those original homes left. Just 45. That's it. So this isn't just some pretty neighborhood to take photos in. It's an incredibly fragile piece of living history. Just a tiny little remnant of that first settlement. And you better believe its legacy is fiercely protected. A lot of the homes are still lived in by the descendants of the original builders. And this is key. There are strict laws that say you can't just sell your house to anyone. It can only be passed down to family or sold to the government. That's exactly why you won't find any tourist shops or cafes here. The whole quiet, non-commercial vibe has been preserved on purpose. Oh, and here's a little fun fact for you. A lot of the residents worked at the city's gas factory. So this was actually one of the first areas in Athens to get a gas supply way back in the 1940s. And this just nails the contrast with its super famous neighbor, Plaka. Think about it. Plaka is this bustling hub. It's loud, it's full of cafes and tourists. Anafiotika is the complete opposite. It's this intimate, quiet, hidden gem. We're talking two totally different Athenian experiences, right next to each other. Okay, so let's say you're inspired. You want to go find this hidden village for yourself. What's the best way to do it? All right, first things first, and this is super important. You have to remember that people actually live here. You're literally walking past their front doors and through their gardens, so keeping it quiet is a must. Also, pro tip, wear comfy shoes. Those cobblestone paths are no joke. They're narrow and steep. And honestly, The best way to explore is to just let yourself get lost in the maze of alleys. And, of course, the golden rule, leave no trace. Keep it beautiful. Now, if you want the truly magical experience, try to go on a weekday morning. The crowds are way smaller. Late afternoon is also a great bet. You get that golden hour light, and the way it bounces off the white walls, wow, you're going to get some amazing photos. And as you're wandering through those little passages, you're going to be rewarded with these incredible, totally unexpected views. All of a sudden, you'll see these breathtaking glimpses of the Athens skyline with the massive Acropolis just looming right above you. It's seriously a photographer's dream, a completely unique way to see the city. So, when you boil it all down, Anafiotika is so much more than just a pretty place. It's this beautiful, fragile monument to migration, to community, and to the power of heritage. It's almost like a quiet little rebellion against the noise of the modern world. And it leaves us with a really important question, right? In a world that's always changing, always developing, how do we protect these unique, living pieces of history so that future generations can experience them too?